Hello. Is this thing working? Wait for it. And there we go. Excellent. Alright. We're going to jump right in with our warrior again today. Hopefully we'll be able to reach level 30. We are very close. Last time, right before I logged off, we figured out that the increase in agility actually increased our damage by a significant amount, along with our accuracy, of course. I believe it's the third hit finally being able to hit that made the difference, but our damage is back down. Let's check our equipment. Oh, the Hassan anklet is off for some reason. That would have been very inconvenient if we went back into battle. I have no idea why that was even off. The ability to toggle accessories mostly comes from things that, you know, mess with the light values or elements or stuff like that. So you can turn them off and not be at a permanent disadvantage for the mission. So you can also turn off things to just give you stats. For reasons. Let's see. Oh. First, we will check our inventory. We forgot to do that. We can't go out there without any quality herbs, or we might, you know, die. Dying would be quite inconvenient. Well, as I proved before, it's not significantly inconvenient if we die, especially since we keep all of our items. Just the deal is, you know, it takes away from our final reward. I wish there was something that told you whether you got to die 3 times or 4 in a given mission. I think you can only die 3 times. I believe it's like Monster Hunter. Dangerous wine. You know what? I just had a large meal. Let's go inside of Cthulhu again. Nothing like crawling around in a dead thing's stomach after a big meal. Hi, Kmart. Kmart. Being held in the coming days. My lord wishes to present his majesty with some top-class wine for the occasion. We're not going to actually read this. Skip. He wants us to go and find the wine. It should be just where we fought the boss before, I believe. I don't think this has a flag, so we're just going to go and do it. Starting off with a charge. Oh, that was pitiful. That was dreadfully pitiful. Especially considering the enemy we hit. I guess we had to hit right on with our attack to get it to deal full damage now. Little waves. Alright, jump again. See, we did a hefty chunk to our frog friend this time. I wonder at what level they start doing the orb thing. Ah, we almost one-shot those. That would have been convenient. Just a little bit more strength and we'll be good to go. Though these enemies are only level 13. That will be rectified as we go, however. Considering, you know, we're just about to get the greatsword, hopefully. We'll go north, or we'll go up first. This one's our level, and we can barely kill it. I'm gonna go ahead and stand down here and swat it. I do love the arc of the warrior's axe, and I hope the greatsword has a similar arc when we swing, so we don't sacrifice range. That way we don't have to worry about increasing our mobility. It's sort of like how the longsword on the Empress was able to swat a larger area than the short sword, but as compensation we had to take advantage of all of the mobility we were afforded, and, well, you know, that sometimes worked out. I still had a lot to learn with the short sword. We may go back and try it again eventually, or at least I will by myself when I play on my other profile, but who knows? Maybe I'll show off how good I am with the short sword if I actually get that good one day. Maybe I'll level up the Empress off stream so I can show you all the Cavern of Despair. Who knows? The Cavern of Despair will definitely wait until after my next game, though, because I'm really looking forward. I don't want to blaze through Warrior or anything. I really do want to see if I can actually beat the game as this character. But then I really do want to show you Watam. It's been on my mind lately. It's a very strange game about shapes and household objects that come together to bring home the moon. It's a touching tale, and it's very silly and sweet. I'm frozen. I should grab that. Ah, it's so adorable. I can't wait to show it to you all. I can't wait to play it again. It's not really the type of game you try to beat more than once, considering it's a one-and-done type deal, but, you know. I'm at half already. I've been chipped away. I believe there was a weapon for the Empress, the final tier of that sword that gave her the ability to regenerate HP. That would be very handy for the tank. I know a lot of people who won't play a tank unless they can regenerate HP. I better go ahead and heal. This is not looking well. Here's the path we can't take because we're not the Empress. Let's see. That was a chest up there, right? Oh, it's down here. And there's a chest up there. That's right. Well, I can barely move, so I'm just going to wade through all these enemies. That's fine. Come on down. Excellent. Smush. Haha, that pursuing tackle was... that was great. Probably going to end up doing that a lot on the final boss if I don't use the greatsword. I do wonder how the greatsword's going to play. I'm very excited to find out. I've been curious all these years. Like, I haven't been aware of the existence of the warrior greatsword for that long. It must have only been a year or two ago when it came out. I believe they released a bunch of DLC, and it became sort of successful, and so they ended up releasing a whole new character, the Bandit. And I believe it was with the Bandit that the Empress's short sword and the warrior's greatsword came out. I believe the Bandit can wield the short sword or a shuriken, like the ninja can. The ninja can simply dual wield. And I'm not sure if the ninja can wield a shuriken before level 20, or if they were always able to dual wield, or if they were always able to wield the shuriken. I do believe the ninja was always able to dual wield, though. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Someday I might return and show you all a ninja run. That would be my very first run with a ninja. This is my, I believe, third attempt with a warrior, but I never get very far because I don't like the axe that much. But with this, recording this Let's Play, this playthrough, can finally give it, or have a reason to stay dedicated to it. Keep trying to get stuck on corners on giant crabs because I can't jump over them. Come on, face this way. Hermit Kings always take the warrior a moment. Oops. As long as we keep charging and going in like this, we should be fine. Because by the time that we have our next charge in, he's ready to attack again. I'm glad I didn't jump up into that. Oh no. Oh, good, we didn't get hit. Die. Die. Whew. That was rather close. Going to grab this chest. The treasure chest key. This should be the key to the Phantom Line, which should be through here. Remember that one frog that got crushed by the teeth in this hallway? Gosh, that sure is a sentence. Oh, that was such a thing. Wow, okay then. You know, the frog being supported by the flagons here reminds me so much of the old design mechanic where you mostly saw it in action games where they tried to increase the difficulty of encounters rather than by, you know, adding in new enemies and new obstacles and such. They tried to give you different combinations of enemies, and I believe that's a design philosophy that the Devil May Cry series has maintained. Because a lot of their thing is throwing certain numbers of enemies at you and, you know, retaining a smaller pool of enemies rather than just throwing new ones with new gimmicks at you. So you can learn how to respond to each enemy and, you know, polish your time off and such by responding to each type faster than you did before. And they try to employ that somewhat with this game, but it's not often that they actually give you a large pool of, pool of enemies together. Except in monster houses where, you know, they try to offer you an interesting variety. Like, say here, we have a fast flyer and a small flyer. Or a slow flyer. Sorry, I was concentrating a moment, trying to figure out how to actually land these blows. We're focusing on charge attacks tonight because they're the most efficient way of killing things. You know, the at-all method. Except for all the damage I'm taking. Can I jump onto that lower platform with my axe charge? I'm going to try that. Hup! Bomb! Yes, excellent. Oh, I dodged that attack. Nope. Go away. Wow, the axe does have some range. Alright, good going. That was quick. Nice, we got the wine. We can leave. No one tell the phantom thieves. Alright, let's see. Complete the quest, and we'll get all our HP back. Whew, I already need a drink. You know, I actually thought that said citrus copper piece, and I was like, huh. A copper orange. That's interesting. That's a decent amount of money. Let's see. Did I level up? I did. Excellent. We're off to a good start. We already only need 2 levels. Let's keep blazing through missions and getting that sweet XP so that we can get our greatsword. We might get to do it this episode. Yes, we got the phantom wine. Hope you choke on it. I understand why he is biased against the quote-unquote lower classes. That's just the naivety that he was raised in. I'm not excusing it by any means, but a reason is not an excuse. Let's see. Claymore. Oh. Can't even equip the first 2 two-handed swords because they're for the Oracle. Wait a second. I thought it would be like the Empress and the first weapon would be level 20, not... Okay, that's interesting. I've been able to use greatswords all along. Do we go ahead and wait for the last level? Or... We can be patient. Let's do it. Gosh, I sure wish I had noticed that you could use it at level 10. Huh. Well, now that we know, if I ever start a new warrior and reach level 10 that quickly, we can try it. Heck. I did use 1 quality herb, but we're going to keep going. We're going to blaze through it. What was lost in white again? Ah, right, this one's fairly simple. Water inspection? Oh, right, this one won't give much experience. Let's aim for some that will give us good XP. We'll go for lost in white. So we're a little under-leveled for it, but we're after experience points. Once we're level 20, we'll equip that greatsword and upgrade it a couple of times, so that it will match our axe, and then we can actually, like, try it out for realsies. They're calling for their captain. They really want to find him, but he is nowhere to be found. God, we're short. You know, I sort of always thought that the warrior was sort of tall, but he's really not. He's not that tall. You coward! A mere blizzard could not kill the captain! Ah, faith in people. You gotta love their affection for their leader. I mean, it sounds like their leader's a pretty swell guy, you know. He took care of them. He protected them. They want to protect their leader. That's like the evidence of a good leader, but, you know, I got hired to find it. Yeah, no worries. I'll find him. I'll find something of him anyway. I don't know why we walked all the way back down the mountain before we started, you know, the mission, but when we could have just started in that cave we were standing in, that would have been slightly convenient. But, you know, we're here for kills, too, so... Smush the spider. Oops. Wow, I can't believe that counted. Smush. We might actually get some pretty decent experience for this, considering we're lower leveled. I don't actually know if there's a penalty or a reward for, you know, level variation in this game. There are some games that just give fixed amounts of experience for each creature and, you know, don't actually scale it because they want to scale the overall growth chart rather than penalize players. It's games like that that you can reach level 99 in the, or a mid-tier or low-level area if you're willing to put in the hours. just because you're not gaining 1 experience anymore. But it also reminds me of a long time ago on a game called Golden Sun. There's an unwinnable boss fight right off the bat. You're supposed to meet a pair of bosses, and you're supposed to get creamed by them utterly. Because you're only level 1. You're just fighting those minions. Like low baby level creatures. Oh, hello. I can knock this chest open. But there were people, it became a challenge thing, to actually reach level 60 in the first dungeon and try to fight that unwinnable boss fight. And you could win. It would be very hard because of how you acquired new skills in that game. But you could do it. A bunch of people apparently, you know, did that. I never looked up videos or anything on it, but... You know, it's one of those things where you only believe half of what you hear, but people posting all the strategies for it and having, you know, looked at those strategies myself, I could say that it's feasible. I used to love Golden Sun. You always hear people that are into old turn-based RPGs talking about Golden Sun and, like, its unique skill system and everything, because you had to find these NPCs on the overworld that were hidden in every corner in order to actually unlock classes and skills and stuff. And, like, they came in the 4 elements, or the 4 classical elements. Darn, I'm getting nicked a lot. And if you equip different combinations of them on your characters, you unlock different classes. Like, if you put a water one on the earth character, you unlock the swordsman class and stuff like that. And it was neat. It was fun trying to find different combinations of classes and characters you liked, especially since you had to split those elementals between people. Good lord, I'm getting chewed up. Especially since you had to spread those elements between people, and it was interesting to see what kind of parties and what kind of choices people made. It's sort of like a personality test, you know what I mean? I love games that have a sort of personality test appeal to them. You always have players running different builds and such in games, but it's another thing entirely to discover why they made those choices, rather than, you know, I always play the tank. I got hurt by that ice just trying to... Let's go and rush right through there. Ow. I need to concentrate for a moment. Taking lots of hits, dealing lots of damage. I didn't expect to get hit this hard, despite, you know, being slightly under-leveled. But it's not like I'm that far under-leveled. It's a level 20 dungeon. I'm 18. But, well, you know how this game goes. You always fight things slightly above. There's actually a tooltip that explains the recommended, or the quest level is actually more like an overall difficulty level. But you'll find that most of the time, the monsters are within that level range of the posted quest level. And that's why I usually use it to determine what level to do something at, especially since, you know, god darn it, I missed that completely. Especially since I try to knock out lower level quests first, unless I'm just that tight on experience. Jump over you, and slam. Well, my damage range is so high that I'm consistently killing a lot of these enemies in one hit. It's just also that I have to wait for it to charge. I have to watch my position when I launch. And sometimes I still roll low. Let's see. Oh, I didn't kill that one. Well, here's the end of the mission already. We killed plenty of stuff on the way, though. Let's see. As long as I... Yes. Good. Just have to keep this up a bit. As long as the enemies cluster together a little bit, we should be fine. The battle crabs will be no threat as long as we don't activate them. Can I actually kill you with my wave from there? No, the wave has to hit the platform. It's gonna come in here and squish you. Soft belly. I thought I killed you too. Jump, jump, jump. Back. Smush. And bop. Oops. Critical miss. Bop. We're stuck in the water. Could just heal his froze. Ah, there we go. Never mind, I'm gonna leave that just in case. Okay, good. Sheesh. I doubt I'm going to get the 2 levels necessary from this, but we're going to get quite a bit. Oh boy, 2 crabs! Ow. This is not going to end well. Oh gosh, we're dealing barely any damage. Alright, I'm going to switch back to my longsword now. Like I kept doing as the Empress. Oh gosh. I hope I don't have to keep doing that with the greatsword as well. I'm probably not going to be stellar with the greatsword at first, especially since I'm starting on, whoops, mid-tier missions with a brand new weapon. Come on, turn around. Whoa! That was interesting. All those numbers that popped up right after they turned around. Alright, come on, turn back around. I'm just gonna keep squishing. Oh, goodness. Yep, this is a rough time. We'll get through it, though. We just have to be patient. Just have to keep chipping away at them. Ow. Oh, boy. It's hard to tell the damage rate on my side. Alright. Plan B. We're just going to keep chopping. Oops. Nope. I don't want to get hit by that. If they would just stick to the bubble stream, we could stand here and chop at them. But they're alternating with the poison claws. Oh, there we go. Good. Nope. It must be 1% of our HP or something that we get back from the barrier. Alright. We broke our rhythm. Turn back around. Don't start spinning, please. Turn back around. Good. Okay, good. They're both doing the thing. Once we kill these, I think more enemies pop out. Come on. Come on. Up. Spinning. There we go. You just take your sweet time, sir. Ow! Oh, what? Why are they flying so far? Ow. That was terrible. Jeez, these are almost level 30. Oh, okay. We are done. That's fine. That's good. I keep forgetting there's sometimes the mini-boss for the stage. You received Knight's Corpse. Yay! Just what I've always wanted. Boy, I'm going to get a drink after that one. Water is very important. Even if you're drowning in it on a video game. Oh, a fur anklet. Defense +8. When I do get the ninja, I do want to equip, like, a pair of Hostin anklets or something, just because I can double jump. 2,000. The temptation to repeat this stage so we can just go ahead and reach level 20 is real. You know what? Let's do it. We might as well. It wasn't that long. Yeah, don't worry. We'll be right back. I need to go and put on some more quality herbs, but once we get through that, we should be able to equip the level 20 greatsword, which will still be better than, you know, starting with the level 10 one. Gosh, I can't believe I missed that. I need to actually go and review the equipment list while I'm off stream and find out what weapons can be equipped when and by who. I'm just not much of an expert because I've only really ever played the Empress. I'm not going to do the level 30 version, considering we barely survived the level 20 version. Especially since the bosses were level 26. Right, as long as we continue killing everything, we should be good. Maybe we can try to kill things faster as well. Make this a learning exercise. Or we'll just low roll the first few enemies. That's fine. We're good. We're gonna make it. We're just gonna do it at our own pace. We have our own pace here. We do not demand perfection, only anarchy. Swat. And bop. And bop. Good, good. We're on a roll. Bop. As I was saying about Golden Sun, no, you know what? We're not going to return to the topic of Golden Sun. We're just going to let that lie. It was a fun game, and it had lots of cool special effects and stuff, especially for its era, and I think about it a lot. I think of it fondly. Like, if you find some way to play it, you should try it out, and that's the last I'll say of it. It is nice to be able to open some of these areas that we couldn't as the Empress now, that we can shove things, full-body tackle. The Empress must only weigh like 8 pounds. I wonder if she even has meat. She's probably just one of those anime skeleton people. Get back here, I'm trying to kill you. I'm trying to kill one of you. Oh, that was the correct one. You know, I don't actually know what the green ones do as I think on it. I guess they can clear the confusion, because that's supposed to be that color-coded element. This makes me wonder if the ninja is actually any good at inflicting their ailment, because the Empress is really good at inflicting theirs. You know, the Dragon Buster, or the Dragon... the Dragon Shot? Yes, the Dragon Shot allows it rather easily. Gonna turn around? Can jump? Okay, good. Ah, darn it. Don't know why I keep falling for that. Oh, I got him in the air. And squish. Oops. Up. That was reflex. Right as I could develop reflexes for the axe. It was like I said in the last video. Mastery comes from intuitiveness. Wielding your weapon intuitively. Baking it into your reflexes so you can react without thinking. Oh, goodness. A lot of video games are supposed to be like that, but I suck at building kinesthetics on a lot of video games. Especially if it's a mechanic that I don't use that often, like, you know... Oh, I did it that time. There were some attacks... Oh, God. There were some attacks I just didn't use as the Empress because, you know, they were very situational. And you are supposed to train enough to be able to use those attacks without thinking, so that when the situation arrives, you can administer them. And that's an important part of why shadow boxing and repetition training and such like that is so important. But I did not, and that's probably why I suffered sometimes. See... Eventually you reach a point where you can use things that you've used 1,000 times without thinking, like whenever I would dodge with the mid-air Dragon Buster with the Empress. I guess the problem with the Warrior is there's just not a lot to his toolkit. There isn't a lot of things he can do. He doesn't have many mobility options at all, even with the greatsword, I imagine. Come on. Cube. Ow. Eat the BLT. Squish. And bop. Let them shoot. Bop. Let them shoot. Bop. Oh, you survived. Good job. I'm very sorry you had to suffer that. Smash. Oh, seriously? We have a black HP bar. There we go. Excellent. What is up here? Oh, it's a chest, isn't it? Oh, right, and that. I'm not going back for that chest. We're here to kill things. Even if that enemy is back for some reason. Some enemies respawn, some enemies don't. It's mainly the very small creatures, the insignificant ones that don't respawn. Like, especially the fruit flies. Well, I was just going to stand on that platform and swing away, but they actually managed to knock me off of it. Oh gosh, and I triggered the crab. Activate the crab. Deploy the battle crab. Come on, then. Let's see. Smush. Okay. Jump over you, and smush. Excellent, excellent. Oh. Ah, darn it. That's fine. Ugh. We're still in control. We still have plenty of healing items. Mostly wasted their attacks on trying to electrify the surface of the water, which does not help when I'm not in the water. Fly guns are no big deal. You gonna tackle now? No, you're just going to sit there. Oh, this will be perfect. Boom! Excellent. Can I hit you from here? No, you're just gonna wait and fly over. That's fine. Take your sweet time. We have all the time in the world. We can be polite and wait. We will wait for you. We are cordial. Oh, God. Poison claws. Ow. Come on, do your bubbles. Okay, good. Ah, that hit me anyway. I thought it would hit the platform. Plus we're poisoned now, that's great. Why do the water ones more likely to poison me? That is strange. I guess it's because they're also higher level. As long as we watch out for the claws. Going to go ahead and heal. Keep swatting away. Dodge the poison claws. Nope. Okay. I'm not moving that well. That's fine. As long as we survive. Ah, darn. Swat twice and leave. Swat twice and then leave. Poison claw. Gosh, they like to use their poison claw this time. That's fine. We're getting through this. Oh, they're spinning. That's great. You sure do like your spinning attack. Why are they both spinning? That's unusual. Oh, God. Oh, God. No. I went down too soon. Are you done spinning, gentlemen? Are we good? Oh. Oh, no. I didn't even detect that they were spinning. Oh, God. The pain. Am I being blown away now? What's happening there? That's interesting. Poison claw. We're almost there. We've almost got one down. Once we get one down, the other one will be easier to deal with. Oh, goodness. I keep jumping down into their poison claw. I keep thinking I can move faster than I can. That's one down. Ow! Oh, the pain. Oh, the agony. Humanity. Keep swinging. Dodge the poison claw. Alright, alright. We're getting there. We're chiseling away. We're using another healing. We ran out of healing items this time. This was terrible. They got desynced slightly, and we took a lot more damage. Swing once and jump away. Plus, I've remained consistently poisoned. Why are you moving? Goodness. These Hermit Kings were playing hardball. I guess they figured out how to hurt me from our last encounter. What if each enemy did retain AI like that, and they actually learned how to fight you? Honestly, that would be really amusing, just to, like, try to craft your ultimate opponent from a goblin that shoots arrows or something like that. If I recall correctly, it was the Rayman series that originally experimented with learning AI. So they claimed, anyway. A lot of the early Rayman games claimed that the enemy would learn what you were doing with each attempt. Like, if you died and went back through a stage, they would try to learn what you did and try to beat you the next time. And it's unclear the range that they were able to adapt to your tactics and abilities, but when it happened, I'm not sure. I wasn't able to actually go back and test it. I didn't even think to test it back then because I was probably a baby. Alright, we're level 20 now. We can finally equip a greatsword. Once we equip a greatsword, we can use it on a training dummy for a bit and see what's going on here. Let's see. The greatsword. Let's see if we even like it first. Oops, I put it on over our Bardache. Bardache is 131, so the greatsword has some shoes to fill. Alright, let's see. This isn't a greatsword. Oh. Hi there. Yes, this is a great fancy double edge. Oh! So we get just like the axe. We sink it exactly like the axe. That's great. Barrier still works. Well, it's a lot faster. Oh, I like the way you run with it. Yeah, that's nice. Do we charge faster? Let's see. Stigmata, stigmata. Stigmata. Oh, we do indeed charge faster. This is just a generally faster weapon. That's cool. Okay, we can work with this. Let's see if we can actually get something done with the greatsword then. We'll go back and upgrade the greatsword to +2 or +3. See how much that will cost us. Put the light axe there. Upgrade. Our new greatsword. It increases agility and vitality. Oh, that's good. I'm all over this. 20,000. That's not so bad. Can we boost it up to 3? Can we afford it? Oh man, I can't believe it increases agility and vitality. That's like perfect for our build at least. It deals slightly less damage, and it's going to cost a lot more to upgrade it, but that's... Still, that's nice. The equipment bonuses are really nice on this. It doesn't turn into a named weapon, which means we'll have to find a better one eventually, but for now, our greatsword finally has a golden blade. Wait. Our golden knight finally has a blade. Not that an axe is, you know... Not that an axe dismisses you from being a knight, it's just cooler. Well, axes are pretty cool. I've always had a soft spot for axes, but I like swing speed too, and hopefully the greatsword will answer some of the complaints that I've had with this character so far. Still, look at it. The serrations on the control point to this being a ripping weapon. This weapon would rend you as you made contact with each stroke, and the curve meant to catch the blade as you were guarding with it before you deflect closer to the handle there with the crossguard pommel, and that big weight on the bottom for a hilt thrust. You just whomp people with the back of the sword. It's excellent. I just wish it had a nice tip. That's a very slashy tip. It'll sink into a proper slash, but not much for thrusting. But it's not like we're going to be doing a lot of thrusting either. This is the kind of blade that you can bat something and then flip it around and keep batting with it if it gets chipped. It even has the little holes for aerodynamics in the tip. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see. Water inspection. Let's test it on some level 15 enemies. We'll see how it works on lower level enemies. Oh, look at that. I hope we find a nice golden one to match our new armor. That would be really cool. Alright, let's see. It should be pretty simple. It's not like we've ever had trouble with this quest before. Alright, let's try this baby out. Come on up. Oh, that's nice. Whoa! Much faster radius of attacking in the air without sacrificing range. I think the only difference is we've sacrificed a little bit of power. But look at that damage. Unfreeze ourselves with that herb. Be informed we're carrying this water a bunch. I'm aware, we're just here to kill things. Darn it! Thought I could activate him and land more cleanly than I did. We still even do the, like, slam wave thing. This is so good. This greatsword is the answer to my prayers. Gosh, we're fighting a lot of these this episode. I mean, that's my fault considering I repeated that stage, but... Ow! Why are the poison ones ninjas? Is it for our convenience? Jeez, that's nice. I like the greatsword. It's so much faster. Finally, we can get some responsive movement going. Why did you just walk into me like that and then teleport away? Why is it so important you be in that corner? What are you doing? Poison claw. Oh, I like that. This is far more responsive. I wish I had realized this level 10. Oh, wow. The combination attack is so much easier to do on this one, or with this weapon. Yeah, cough at the ceiling, that's fine. What's this way? Is it a secret room that I missed before? I don't remember this room. I guess it's just a shortcut back? Ha! You almost got me. I almost considered just standing there. Indeed. Alright, well, let's go claim the rest of the pools I know about, and then we'll worry about what else might be in that hole. It's no Empress, but I really do like this sword. We finally get some of the mobility of the Empress with a really decent guard ability. I will say that I will always miss... Oh, hello. Why can we do this? We can't even jump that high. Huh. Are we supposed to be able to warp over there? That's confusing. Anyway, regarding which ability I'd rather have on my R button like that, I'd rather have the Empress's Dragon Slam, but the shield is going to be nice. It's nice to have more defensive options, especially when you're fighting alone like this. We can strike and actually get away from the poison blast this time. We're so much faster, it's ridiculous. Another point of shadow boxing, as I mentioned earlier, just swinging at the air like that, is to actually increase your swing speed as well, and your stamina efficiency. Because if you let your body adapt to your swings, not only will they get faster, but they'll actually become more efficient in muscle use. And eventually, you'll be able to swing without tiring yourself out. Your first goal as a swordsman should be to learn how to fight for 3 days straight. I hope I'm not setting myself up for failure here, because I do believe that if you take too much damage while you're carrying the vases, you actually, you know, lose them. But we'll see. If we do fail, it'll be a learning experiment. We'll have learned. We've confirmed a theory. That's not a failure. I wonder if it's a certain amount of... Oh, no. That was amusing. I launched him off. Okay. We have an uninvited guest coming up from behind I may have to deal with first. Smush. That was easy. Fade away. Ah, that was excellent. Gosh, I love the greatsword. Smush. I also wonder if we'll only lose one, or if we'll lose all of them from taking so much damage. Goodbye, giant crab thing. The true body of the immortal dragons. Oh, you know what? It may have been warning us that if we die, we actually lose them. Oh. Interesting. I've never been in this room before because, you know, it's a warrior thing. What? Oh, this is what this was for. Okay. Well, we need to go back. Oh, crap. Oh no, we screwed ourselves. Slide you back that way. Alright, as long as we don't die, we'll be fine. Ow. Wait, was that a critical miss too? I thought they only did ones. That's a thing. This is like the highest defense and HP I've had, and I've never had a critical miss hit a 2. Interesting. Alright, come on then. Spit it out. We don't have all night. As much as I like to wield this sword all night. So responsive. This is way better. Like, I get that the warrior is supposed to be a one hit at a time kind of person, and, you know, not supposed to be responsive because you're supposed to be dealing auxiliary damage, but I find there's little excuse for having no mobility, especially in something where everything else is already so mobile. Especially considering that, you know, this is already one of the least mobile characters in the lineup. Mobility is often a vastly underestimated thing. There's sort of a unstoppable force versus immovable object when it comes to balancing defense and speed. I'm very much a technique fighter versus being really fast or very defensive in real life, but you have to consider your weaknesses and how to counteract them whichever style you choose. There will always be weaknesses to both. Attacks that pierce defense can't do anything if they don't hit you, and attacks that always hit don't matter if they can't deal much damage. There are pros and cons to either style, which is why you have to be ready to adapt. And that's easier said than done, which is why it helps to have allies that can compensate for your weaknesses. That's only if you're actually going to be in any, like, you know, group fights. Train as if you were fighting to face 100. And we're jumping down the hole and grabbing this. Okay, so there's one more. And it must be in that cave to the far right. If we can just get back over there. And, well, we do have a shortcut now. We know of one anyway. It'll be right below us here. So if we go back down to this hallway, we can go ahead and turn these in, just in case, you know, we do die for some reason. Glad we have the Hostin anklet. No, don't walk back. And we slide this back in. Jump down. And turn these in. Yes, I'm working on it. Oh, I know where it is. It's at the bottom of this shaft. That's right. I have to head back to this shaft, and we have to go all the way to the bottom. And jump over this. And jump up here. The bottom of this hallway that we didn't go to. Will be another source of water. Excellent. And now we'll fight our way back up. There's always this whole thing in games, a lot of games, about elevation, where having the high ground is better and such like that. And it's based on an old theory that, like, it's easier to swing your weapons downward than upward, but it usually doesn't actually have that much impact in action RPGs. It's an amusing concept to think of how, like, they want you to apply all these different battle tactics to them, but it's actually easier to swing your weapons up in games like this because they usually don't account for situations where you'll have to swing downward when making animations and such. But then again, you know, games like this are mostly about rule of cool anyway, and, like, just the fact that it would look really ridiculous if you did a full windmill slash every time you swung your greatsword. Also, how slow that would be, but that's just depending. Sorcerer's Charm. Don't recall that one. Maybe my first one. That's a nice chunk of money. Now that we're broke. It was actually pretty expensive getting this thing to +2. We're about to level again. Even though that was such a low-level mission, we're about to level again. No worries, buddy. Good luck restoring the forest and taking care of your French maid, I guess. Alright, we're making good progress tonight. We repeated one mission twice and we cleared 2. So, let's see. Going to check our inventory. Since we're level 20, I forgot to check if we can equip anything. Anything we'd want to equip. Can we upgrade our leather choker again, I wonder? Because I keep forgetting it's leather, or it's leather chokers. It's accessories that you have to actually raise your level in order to meet the level cap for. Let's see. We'll unequip our leather choker. Can we just remove it? And see if we can't upgrade it. 35. 25. No, we cannot yet. That's fine. It's already plenty strong. Yep, that will be nice once we reach level 25. But for now, it's fine. We're stuck at this. That's good. We have plenty of agility from both of our accessories, which proved to be a significant improvement, actually, especially with the axe. The greatsword is actually capable of 3 hits, so I wonder if we're actually meeting the requirements to land all 3 hits. I don't know if the training dummy is... I believe it's stuck at level 1. Is that all 3 hits? 2 hits. Swing a few more times. That was a critical. Well, we consistently hit 2 hits, so if we had a little more agility, which will probably come from our leather choker level 2, we should have the agility to squeeze off that 3rd hit, and that will consistently increase our damage. So for now... Oh. The Twin Dragon's End. Oh, that's tempting. Yes, this is perfect. We have a new sword, we have our new powers with our new element. We can totally go and take our revenge on the Twin Dragon Heads. Perfect. Now that we can swing faster, we can kill faster, and we can make that time limit. This will be delicious. I'm actually excited for this match. I thought I was going to dread this mission. But now that I'm poisoned, I sort of am. That's minorly inconvenient. Nip. We're not going to go through that. Okay, let's see. Oh good, we were cured of poison. And shoot. And bop. And bop. Good, good, excellent. We may actually need to clear a path this time. If we actually head to the left, I'm thinking of when we did this as the Empress and said that we needed to... We're going to actually go and use the warrior path to the left, so that we can clear a path to the other dragon head, and then fight our way back. Now. Unless that path is blocked from the left again, in which case that would suck. We're taking quite a bit of damage for being Vitality build. We already have more HP than our Empress did, and we are poisoned, I guess. We'll save the antidotes for if it gets really bad. I want your chest. What kind of gardener places a monster like that to guard their chest? I do have to wonder why that, or why the paths that I could open as the warrior kept resealing whenever we teleported on the last map, because I don't know if this will even stay open if we clear it from this side. Because if we start here, and we open the warrior path, and claw our way to the other dragon, then we'll be able to just rush back to this side with all of the monsters dead. And that way we won't have to worry about the warrior's inadequate speed inhibiting us at all, even with our new greatsword. So if we just keep fighting this way and clear a path... Let's see... Roll this way. Bump. Oh, wow. That was a Beyblade moment. It just kept going. Alright. Bump. Eat the jelly donut. Jump up here. Hi. One king defending another. Like honorable neighbors. Very good. Good on you. I hate you. I hate you when you do that. That's very annoying. when you just run up and touch me. It's so annoying when the AI takes advantage of contact damage. It's so unfair. That's why I like Thorns damage in some other games. Oh god. Spiked armor is fun because you can get revenge on all those creatures who said you couldn't, who said you wouldn't amount to anything, who said that, you know, contact damage sucks. I guess it's somewhat better than some games where I've just been shoved off of things by enemies that tried to tackle me. Oh, I love how fast this charges. This is going to be a beautiful relationship. As long as we watch the... Goodness, this is so much easier. You can just throw rhythm and timing out the window. This is basically like... I can just sense people going, this is a no-skill weapon. A bunch of people are probably arguing that the greatsword is a no-skill weapon somewhere online. You used to hear that sort of thing a lot on the old MMO scene. This is a no-skill class. That's a no-skill build. That's a no-skill skill, blah blah, and things like that. I get wanting to challenge yourself, but scoffing at people for not sticking to your specific playstyle, or just people that are trying to be efficient because they're playing with their friends, I don't know. I was something of an elitist back in the day. I confess to my sins, but I just... my elitism was more like people who took shortcuts with grinding or, you know, reached way too high a level at an early stage, blah blah and stuff, but then something just sort of clicked in my brain and I started craving the power trip, as it were. I didn't necessarily like being over leveled. I just liked it. I just liked getting experience points a whole lot. Something turned on in my brain that made me really like getting experience points and leveling up. And if I actually found a place where I could level up quickly, I would abuse it. I would grind there. And here we go. Okay. For some reason I thought they were doing their spinny attack instead of the teleport. But I would grind there, and sometimes that would mean I would get a bit over-leveled, and so I had to stop complaining about people who hyper-grinded. You know, this in the context of the conversation, or of the note I was having earlier about, you know, leveling up to fight the first boss on Golden Sun. There are two kinds of hyper-leveling. Challenge runs and, you know, unchallenged runs. And it's interesting to think of the consequences or grinding that early would even have. I mean, in Golden Sun, I think you could beat the game at level 60. The two that you could beat weren't even necessarily the final boss. You were just well equipped to face the final boss after. And the amusing thing about that Golden Sun run is if you actually leveled that early to fight that first boss, you actually only had 2 party members of the 4 you got that game that were of adequate level, because, you know, they weren't there grinding with you during the childhood phase. And, you know, I've been level 60 since I was level 10. What are you doing with your life? I was just living normally. I'm just level 9. And you meet both of your party members fairly early on, but if you level up to level 60 to win the first unwinnable fight during the child phase, they're going to be way, way behind. And it's amusing to me to think about. Like, you don't even have good weapons just because you haven't been to the later stages of the game and, you know, been to future towns and such yet. You're just, like, sitting here with your short sword, dealing hundreds and hundreds of damage. Especially since you're, you know, still fighting level 4 enemies, that aside. Ow. It's gonna block. Stop hitting me with that. This is far easier. Oh, come on. There we go. Now I got the orb. The orb is very uncooperative with the warrior. Have you noticed that? It's so hard to hit them because of the way the warrior swings, but we get it. We get it eventually. Doesn't that deal damage now? It does. That's so cool. I wonder if that's a unique property of the lightning dragon, or if I just haven't noticed before. We pretty much killed the dragon, we pretty much killed that immortal dragon with our dragon, just by conjuring our battle aura. That's so cool. I need to actually go on the Empress and make a lightning empress one day and see if the lightning empress's dragon orb actually does that, because if it does, just by rule of cool, I have to be lightning forever now, just because it deals that damage. You know, there's actually, I could probably just save myself a bit of time and some dragonite ore and, oh crap, it did seal up. Well, that's fine. We cleared the way up there anyway. We also didn't have to fight 3 lobster kings. But anyway, just like killing something with the dragon orb, getting into a black HP bar and finishing off that way is just such a cool concept. The deal is, in multiplayer, whenever you actually pick up the orb, everyone activates their dragon orb at once, I think. And from there, if you had 4 people using lightning element and they all actually dealt that damage, that would be amusing. Just think of how much damage that would be. You'd probably drop a K right on the spot. Darn it, I'm still not fast enough to dodge that. The greatsword really is good. It's just so nice to be mobile and able to move around again. Plus, since we're the warrior, we have this. Because of our agility, we're dodging a lot more attacks, too. I didn't expect to be a better dodge tank than the Empress. I love having a panic button. Alright. This is so much faster. We're dealing buckets of damage. Our revenge match is going swimmingly. I almost want to change to, or use another Dragonite to switch to the fire element just so we match this cool new sword we have. Oh, I'm only playing Greatsword Warrior from now on. Let's test that theory. Let's see if we can actually kill it by getting it down to black. Ow. One more hit. Okay. Pop the orb. Pop the orb. Nope, I'm frozen. Ow. Darn it. Ah, well. That would have been a really cool finisher, though. Especially since this is the end of the stream and everything. Just so close. Oh, right, I was on a time limit. It's probably better that I did kill it. How much time did I have left? Oh, 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Well, that's fine. We would have easily cleared it by then. Sorry I didn't kill you in a really cool way, but, you know, good match. You deserved a better ending, and someday I shall return to deliver it to you, my friend. My old nemesis. Why is it rainbowy? I still don't understand that. I suppose that it's rainbowy because it's a rare drop from this mission? Huh. Very strange. Still, nice sword. It's very anime. It's a very anime sword. I want to go to the shop real quick and see if there's, like, a different sword that's less anime-ish looking. Like, I just want a nice big double-edged sword. But I'm definitely not going to complain about this beauty. I'm not the biggest fan of serration-based weapons either. I like a good cleaving weapon. Something that makes a nice clean cut rather than ripping. Just because, you know, I'm more of a slicing guy myself. Alright, let's see. Did we need to replace one quality herb? I'm missing one quality herb. And I'm probably going to check that at the beginning of the next stream too. But just before we go, I want to go and buy one other sword and see how they actually look. I wish it previewed them in the shop, but darn, I guess we're just going to have to keep buying swords. What a fate. Let's see. Wind Claymore and Giant Sword. Let's just see what they look like. Wind Claymore. No, we just want to hold it. Alright, let's see. I'm excited. Oh, baby. This looks sort of like the sword from Berserker. I like the little slash animation that it comes off from dealing wind damage. That's pretty cool. Oh, I extra wish we had discovered this sooner now. I could probably upgrade this to be feasible to equip, but I won't. I will wield the sword we've already poured all of our money into. For now, I want to see what the giant sword looks like. Oh, please be beautiful. Oh, it's a yellow version. Oh, God, we really messed up. We could have been the Golden Knight with a big golden sword. Oh, if only I had known. My ignorance has cost me dearly. It has cost me the most precious thing of all. A complete aesthetic. What sins I have wrought upon our poor warrior. I apologize. Man, we could have had everything. That would have been so perfect. I would have wielded this sword forever. Unless I found another sword that looked like this. Oh well, it brings out my eyes. It's a nice accessory at least. The eyes on my chest plate anyway. But yeah, we got great swords. They're pretty cool. They're excellent. I love the added mobility. I now appreciate the warrior in a way that I didn't expect to. Now that we know that it's a similar fighting style, we can also just apply what we've already learned to mastering it. This is great. We're doing good. From now on, we just have to keep wielding great swords and, well, enjoy all this extra speed and the mobility and technique it affords. Excellent. This responsive sword style will allow us to take a lot less damage and, prevent me from getting screwed by not paying attention to the pace of battle. I probably should wield an axe sometimes just to, weighted clothes and everything, but for now, the greatsword is wonderful. It complements my fighting style much better, and I also don't have to rely so much on the shield anymore, especially since it didn't change any of our other attacks. I confess, I was expecting it to have a different fighting style than the axe just because of the Empress's short sword, but this is also fine. We don't have to learn two different fighting styles with the warrior. We can we can keep to our nice, simple fighting style of just swatting things, but much faster. And, this even negates our need to implement the shoulder tackle into our fighting style just because we can swing so much faster now. We don't have to do the lower rate attack just to fill the gaps in our attacks to stun the enemy. We just keep swinging and do our slam when appropriate, and it's nice. It's just nice. This is everything I wanted the warrior to be all along. We will have to keep buying axes and stuff just to see if we get our crazy anime scythe eventually, but for now, I'm happy with this. This is good. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this playthrough. Oh, big red sword. It almost makes me miss the Empress, though. We'll return to the Adventures of Silica one day, maybe. Oh, that would be nice. I love this game so much. It's really nice to have a third character that I really, really like. I like the Oracle, too, just because of the floating sword, just the aesthetic, and the cool magic and stuff you can do. You can change your element, and you can actually cast different elemental spells as the Oracle. I believe if you went with the Piety build, you could just go, straight up mage as the Oracle, and have the greatsword there for stunning and, buffer attacks and such, but all of the different fighting styles to experiment with in this game in so little time. For now, we are already past our budget of time, and I do appreciate you watching. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me while I squeal about the Golden Knight and his new giant sword. Oh, this will be fun. I'm looking forward to Saturday. I will see you then. Take care, stay